A few videos ago, we looked at the German tech tree and talked about the most interesting German vehicles that were added to the game in recent years. Now it's time to give the same treatment to the Soviet lineup. It's been years since we last revisited the roster. There have been many exciting additions to it, including quite a few vehicles offering unique gameplay. The low ranks have stayed pretty much the same, but even here we can still single out a couple of cool specimens. Take a look at the BT-7M and the 1938 version of the T-28, both of which are available to everyone. The former will outrun its opponents thanks to a powerful engine, and the latter is very competitive at low ranks due to its KT-28 cannon. Another notable vehicle is waiting for us at rank 2. We're talking about the Su-57B SPG that can pierce virtually any armor found at this level with its quick-firing 57mm gun. There were drastic changes in the SPAA department, though. The BTR-152D, with its battery of 4 KPVT heavy machine guns, is very effective against strike aircraft. The BTR-ZD, armed with the legendary ZU-23-2 AA autocannon, performs really well when firing it in short bursts. Its excellent ballistics make it easy to shoot down planes, and the shells are powerful enough to fight against light tanks. But the biggest star is waiting for you at rank 4. This is the M53-59, a Czechoslovak self-propelled anti-aircraft gun. This beauty is armed with two 30mm cannons that simply shred planes and even medium tanks. Naturally, the person using the Praga should still be very careful and try not to expose the vehicle to enemy fire. But if you know what you're doing, this SPAA will treat you well. If we climb a bit higher and make it to rank 5, there's also the experimental ZSU-37-2 Yenisei. It's fitted with a radar that allows it to track and destroy early jets. Not to mention that it can destroy early MBTs with a good burst of AP rounds to the side. Let's get back to rank 4 for a moment, because there are two very important Soviet artillery vehicles that can be found here. The 2S-1 Gvazdika and the 2S-3M Akatsiya. The Gvazdika is a massive 122mm howitzer on a highly mobile chassis. A perfect vehicle for people that like large calibers and aggressive play. Want even more firepower? Try the Akatsiya. Its 152mm gun won't disappoint you. At rank 5, we see the BTR-80A, a classic wheeled APC armed with a good autocannon. It's a vehicle that can quickly capture a zone and then take care of any incoming enemies. We also simply have to mention new BMP variants, as they shook things up quite a bit in the light vehicle lineup. The BMP-2 is fitted with the 2A42 autocannon, known for its effectiveness, and there's also the BMP-3 that rewards more careful, deliberate play, as it takes a rather long time to reload its ATGMs. The Object 685, the 2S25 Sprut, as well as the 2S25M light tanks, are known for their firepower, thanks to their large caliber guns, but they also have decent mobility, especially by the standards of Soviet vehicles. Many MBT aficionados will be happy to see that these vehicles are also pretty fast in reverse. Naturally, no list can be complete without mentioning new medium tanks and MBTs. One good example is the T-55 AMD-1, one of the very few MBTs fitted with a hard-kill active protection system. There's also the Object 435, which is one of the early variants of the first Soviet MBT, the T-64. In fact, at high ranks up to rank 8, Soviet tankers got two new lines of MBTs waiting for them. Vehicles of the T-72, T-80, and T-90 series are iconic assault tanks with reliable armor, a pretty low profile, and an autoloader. The only big flaw of these tanks is that they have a rather mediocre reverse speed. We're talking about literally all of them, from the T-72A to the modern Russian T-90M. It's worth noting, though, that the tanks of the T-80 series use a different transmission that allows them to be a little bit more nimble. Obviously, no MBT can survive for long without sufficient protection from threats from above. But don't worry, the upper ranks of the Soviet tech tree have really good AA options. The Strela 10M2 SPAA uses missiles that are as fast as they are agile, and the Pantsir anti-aircraft complex employs a combination of missiles and guns, making it effective at virtually any range. Have to fight on a map with challenging terrain? No problem, just use a missile carrier. The Sturm S can hunt tanks, sure, but thanks to its missile with a proximity detonator, it can also quickly deal with careless helicopters. The Object 775 is a unique tank destroyer with a very unusual layout, which can be used to set up ambushes in unexpected places. Finally, even a top-tier modern MBT won't survive a solid hit by the Chrysanthema. This is the only HEGM carrier with a radar that can fire 2 missiles at once. Both can be controlled at the same time, the first by radar and the second by laser. Apart from researchable vehicles, we also added a lot of event and premium vehicles. All in all, fans of the Russian and Soviet schools of tank design have a lot of good vehicles to pick from, no matter the occasion. IFVs and light tanks for daring flanking maneuvers, MBTs for a more straightforward way of dealing with enemies, the Sturm and the Chrysanthema for destroying enemies from a concealed position. What do you think about all the vehicles that we added to the Soviet tree in recent years? Tell us in the comments below.